Yo! Okay, it's loud one, so. Yo. How is all? When I say how is all, that's not like anyone's fucking watching. But if you're watching this on YouTube, how you do? How you fucking do? And if you're watching this on Twitch, you can now watch it on fucking YouTube, because I've fucking uploaded the fucking episodes on there. So watch them! Watch my shit, like and subscribe and all that garbage, you know? Fuck. I'd love to get fucking some money, you know? I get 1p per advertising revenue. Well, I'll get 1p a month from Twitch. That's all I get. And it's a shambles. An absolute shambles. I deserve so much more. I'm just kidding. I don't deserve anybody off Twitch. I kid. Oh, I'm fucking back in this incredible game though. Finished fucking about Twitter. Alright, what was I doing last time I played this game? I feel like it's night time, right? Are these like all dudes that they're like union boys? Can I speak to these fucks? Is this? I'll speak to this dude, yeah. Who's this guy? Oh, just take his bottle. Give me that bottle, please. I'll speak to Gar.
Can I help you?
I need a drink, can you pour me one?
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated.
Sound irritated? Why? All I want is a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this?
Wow.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Because you're not a bartender.
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What, are you too high and mighty to make Cold Connor a little drink? I want a fucking drink, asshole.
You're not getting it, asshole.
Fuck you, got.
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
Fucking got, prick. Just give me a drink. What? So there's later.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
Cryptozoologist? That seems like a bad fucking job.
The lieutenant nods polite. Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's sweet?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once, winked twice, but then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Stop winking, tap yourself on the side of the head to correct the malfunction.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Hello,
This
Lena.
Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How would you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, riddling backyards of corpses, capturing sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner.
Could be wheels on the
sweetie.
leg, man.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
You're probably right, Kim.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
Ha! Just come out with you seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
I'm sorry, it was weird of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to...
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Nice. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
With the Whirling Rags cafeteria, it was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my life. 40s or 50s. I don't know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring is only
Apparently
just
I did
started.
know it was the year 51.
I'm sure there are better days ahead.
I don't. Me, myself, I didn't know that. The guy did
The
that.
lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin.
I unintentionally play this character to perfection just because I come back every week and I've forgotten everything anyway. So I'm perfectly suited to be the protagonist in this.
I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad?
But I don't like how the characters are totally on me for my shitty memory.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I have no idea. Oh my god, look at all this. Look at all of this. Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is
Oh, that's fucked, man.
market-driven.
That sounds like a pretty gross fucking way to live. Like a gross cell. A lot of potential for fuckery with the government. Or the government, I suppose. So is Revachol like a war zone then? There's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol. Not in the... But we should stop for today, sweetie.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Oh god. So how did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose. His nose.
But
Sorry,
maybe
Kim.
a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And
You can tell me more.
someone more educated in sweeping matter.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course.
Jeez, Kim.
Then I
So
don't know.
cold.
Of course, dear.
I gotta get going. Do I have a level? No. No, I don't. Disco ass blazer. Get the reality lowdown. Perhaps a rich person? Oh, what are these little ranks on the side? I haven't seen this before. I've killed 3 people. Oh, this is the things I found earlier? Shit. Oh, what, last time, whatever. Superstar Cup 4 and Sorry Cup 4. Communist Fascist 4. Like, right in the middle. Shit. Sometime after 9. Alright, I gotta wait like, what? Oh, it's 9 now. Fuck yeah. Let's go see this guy. Let's go see the smoker on the balcony. See if we can figure out who fucking hung this person. Somebody got hung. I don't know how you can get hung. Like, that's something that it's a strange way to murder someone. Unless you, like, execute them, of course. But, well, I suppose, yeah, it's like a lynching in this case, but... Like, a solo hanging is not something you can do. I don't think, anyway. How did I get to this guy again? It's like right there somewhere. Here it is. Just a bit slow. This past time, buy a book. I can actually buy a book. I don't have any money though. I don't know where this freight is, man. I need to find the shop. So I can sell more bottles. I've got loads of bottles to sell. How do I check how much money I actually have? It's just somewhere I just can't. I'm not looking. I don't know how much money I have. This guy was out this way. Ugh. I like the snow animation. See if this goes in.
This door is made of metal and appears to be. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m. What am I doing now? So I gotta like sleep the night somewhere. Or just continue playing. For some reason my Uber account has my middle name on it. I don't know why, but whenever it gives me a little notification, it calls me Connor George. I'm like, fucking what? Calling me by my middle name? What day? And even my mum calls me Connor George, and when she does it, it's because I'm in trouble. So I don't like seeing Uber tell me, Connor George, get 20% off. It doesn't make me want to get that 20% off, you know. Feels like there's gonna be, I'm gonna get in trouble for it, you know. Does that make sense? Should rename the stream to Hi Guy Says Stupid Shit while trying to amble his way around this game. So how do I sleep? Because I ain't got any money. Oh, that's my money. 12. 12.04. I've got a bit of money actually. This guy's been here all day. Can I stay in my room? I wonder if I can talk to that lady. I spoke to this guy before.
The worker isn't. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This
Should've tried
item is
talking
stored
up.
in the
Wake
bottom
him
left
up.
corner of the
I caused
screen
a
above
ruckus.
your character portrait.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the building from the earth.
I'm not going to unleash a primordial scream, just so you all know. But it is the one I'm picking.
Why the yelling man?
You're alive. You looked out for the long count there.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
This guy talks like how Guy talks as the dungeon master.
Officer, even after a rude awakening,
That's a reference
this
no one will ever
stockworker
get.
respects the police.
Maybe Dan if he
more than
somehow
you
sees this one bit.
priest.
See anything interesting as you dreams?
Thank God, no.
Was it a fathomless darkness in which we ought to be deferred like corpses to a mausoleum?
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his
That is
tanned
quite something to
forehead.
hear first thing in the morning.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
This guy really had fun with these voice lines, man.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone.
He really took the
You
most
can
of
never
this
return to
opportunity.
it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
Tell me about Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going?
Ah, fuck you, sleeping dock worker.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then
Good.
you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking?
Nate got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
Can I get past Measurehead
The
at
way
a
he
certain
says
time and night?
Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess.
He's behind organising the strike.
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
Alright, I guess that makes sense somehow.
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
What about that dead body in the yard?
Yeah, what about it?
Just trying to find out what you know about it.
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets
Manhole.
eaten by stray dogs.
Hubris bites.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
That's the thing that's weird about this, because like, hanging is different to a lynching, right? And we're calling this guy the hanged man. Should be the lynched man. If he's been lynched, that is. I assume he's been lynched. He kind of, otherwise it's just a suicide, right? And he was one of the military dudes. That's another thing I remember. I'm remembering things. He was like a military guy. He was like part of some like secret like trio that go around doing shit. Someone has to look into it. Looks like I met someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a
You're
pretty
useless.
solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
The trouble is already here, or how else would you call a dead man hanging from a tree?
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc.
The same things might get violent around here.
You heard what I said?
The lieutenant gives you... So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepy Hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Yours?
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table.
Cool.
You see a heavy steel door. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to push on the door?
The door does not budge.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue.
It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Oh, fucking Gart. I don't want to speak to Gart again, he's a prick. I don't like Gart.
Can I help you?
So bad that
Yes.
money are you?
Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot.
Whoa.
For the room, drinks, and broken window. Like
Sorry about
what?
something else.
I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Gart is another thing at the world.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
Wait, what? The frit is next door.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old...
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
One?
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
I like how we bonded with Gart over the...
Yes?
over the blue door. That is a mysterious door, man. want to see what's behind that fucking door. I also want to know if the freight is next door. So that guy, if that's the freight warehouse, then surely the freight is next door. I feel like I've got shit to sell. Am I gonna get like 140 real? I've got 14. Do I get money for completing the mission? I have a lot of side quests on the go though. Where is this freight? This is the freight. I think I must have seen that originally and been like, oh, what's the freight? Why has it got 3 T's? And then just ignored it and went on my merry way up to get my ass kicked by Measurehead. I had a Dr. Pepper, but I can't remember where I put it. This is the fucking freight. What's this? Yellow roses. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
A small cabinet on the wall.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
I have some drugs, right? Where are my drugs? Where are my drugs? I don't know. I picked up some magnesium.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan.
That one. How much can I heal my morale? I don't know how that worked.
Welcome to Frit.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it.
Famous
It's not for
people? I approve of this very futuristic.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
I don't know if you heard that pop sound, but that was not the game. That was me. Before we go on, what is this freight?
I don't know. Frit?
What is freight?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written with these 3
I
T's?
think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Who the fuck is voice acting this bitch? But because it sounds like people in Tamworth. Oh, Steve's calling. Sorry, Steve. I'm busy. Oh, fucking hell. I should go help Steve. I'll be back to talk to you again, strange freak lady. I'll be back in a second. Alright, go back and take. I'll go see Steve once. I'll be back in a moment.
Is
I'll
this
tell
about
the story
questions
about
again?
Steve when I
'Cause
finish
I
speaking to this
don't
lady.
really know anything.
Does Free have... Actually no, I'll tell now. I don't know if I've told the story about Steve, my housemate, but yeah. He fell off a ladder, destroyed his ankle, and now he can't walk. Which isn't funny, but I help him out every now and then, because I live with him. And you wanna know what he wanted? He wanted me to roll him a cigarette. But I made a cup of tea, so it wasn't a wasted journey. Does Free have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rex?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
But I'll give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. Do you have any ammonia for sale?
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Ennui. What the fuck does ennui mean? Hold up. Hold up. That's a new word. A feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction arising from a lack of occupation or excitement. Damn. How does one come across the word ennui? Fucking hell.
Yes. What we have is there. In the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Does Free have a... No, I've already asked that. Can you tell anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the body died?
Not really.
Not really. Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been
I
there?
don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Bitch, you are useless.
No need to worry.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, she is really very useless. Tell me anything about this reality we're in.
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
Yes, tell me about the economic
I
reality.
don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
What about the physical
I
reality
don't
then?
know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit
I meant, where are we on a larger scale?
as mankind, or as a nation, or
As a
in a
mankind.
good place. I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know. I
Time is
don't
it?
know. Look at the clock. It...
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had here in
Yeah,
Revachol?
it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Coalition, what's that? Someone told me there is one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I
bother you
really
with
need
this
to finish this.
nonsense anymore.
Cool.
Well, you were useless, and this whole place is pretty useless.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, one
Oh.
bottle. Your bottles clunk into the machine. You're 100% sure you got special hobo cop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you, do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy. The tear machine stands in the corner.
That was what I came here for. How do I buy more alcohol? What's that?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol
Oh.
bottles line the shop wall.
Here we go.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol. Beer, alcohol. Love, alcohol.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
Don't ask. Don't look. Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work. Know this. You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
Oh. Fuck. Shit. Not yet. I haven't decided whether I want to yet. I don't want Kim to judge me. And I play this game whilst I'm smoking a joint, so I'll balance it out. Fucking N-way. I don't even know what work means. Work, work, work. Like old lighter. Can I actually go back to bed? I'm not sure who to go speak to. Well. Four cigarettos. We will wait a moment before using them.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Fuck you, mail delivery box.
There is a hollow... Your toe has suffered damage.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
You think so? You think it was cool?
I don't.
He must see the box as the...
When did these union guys get to the bar? Were they union guys? I can't remember what they were. Not the bar. I don't really know what this room is. Cafeteria? They sell food here? I don't see anyone eating food. Why can't I get back in? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. speak to Kip. He won't know what to do. Let's talk, Kip.
Yes?
Talk
What
about
do
the
you want to
casket.
know? You
Yeah,
mean
well-
like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? 3 days ago, during... They didn't identify them. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's... Just to be clear, we are good.
It did not help. I did finish something. Wait. Why won't it let me?
The 15th Indo tribe.
That's why.
Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Cylinder.
How do I get more? I need to level up there, huh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I only got 15 minutes to call it a day. There's just no music anymore. Sad. I might be streaming, what's it fucking called? Knockout City later as well. Cause that game is fucking fun as shit. Bang. I'll be quiet, please. I wonder what happens when it's a new day. Do new people up there? Does Measurehead fuck off? Who knows? I need to look at what more my missions are as well. Special collector edition tar bottles. Green orb. Okay.
Yes?
Maybe I can go speak to that lady on the dock for a reality lowdown before it's 10 o'clock. I wonder what the actual licensed music sounds like. Like. Oh, fuck, I didn't find my Dr. Pepper while I was outside. No room. Good.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock.
Damn, she is really giving the
You would
lowdown.
be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Yeah. Tell me more about
I'm
Martinez.
not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You were here as a teenager.
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
There's a spark in the air, a live wire hanging in the wind, in your hungover neocortex. Then the sea air cools it down.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Oh, yeah, the ocean.
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
What is the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
Jesus.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Okay, that's my name. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
I see is Revachol.
Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Okay, who built this
The
city?
nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an unimportant part. So we're in a pretty much the center of the world.
Oh, we're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the Bank of the World building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Derealization.
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many... Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow.
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
I want to know everything now.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to eat all your...
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Thank you.
Anything-
That's all for now. I do feel like I know more about this little play stuff. Wow. Loads of thoughts. So many thoughts. glad I figured out that Joyce would be the one to give me the reality lowdown. It was actually pretty interesting hearing about all the shit. Oh, fuck. I realized I had to use the fucking skill points. Wow, looks like there's a roof up there. I bet you can get up there. I'm gonna wait here till the debrief happens. Should be soon. Get. Okay. Oh, this game's so good though. I have no idea who hanged this man though. It's probably Measurehead. If I had to take an actual guess at this point. Based on all the people I've seen. I would maybe say it's Measurehead. It wasn't Kuna. Or maybe it was a load of people. Yeah, this is a longer minute. I think this is a longer minute than in real life. Surely this isn't actual based on time. It's 21:59. It's actually past a minute in real life without passing a minute in that. What's going on?
Yes?
What's going on here, man? Oh. It's actually been what, 3 minutes since it's been 59. What should I do? I can buy like a, what's it called? sad song. It's one of my missions, isn't it? Apologies.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and you see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest.
Truly cool figurine. I want a sad song.
Hello again. How can I help you?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Very sad. What's that have to do? Just damage my morale. That's all I can do. Creepy music. The old boys left. Still there. Sweet. Oh, let's do the past time. She's not gonna. It's been 5 minutes in real life. The minute has just not passed. I don't understand. I'm gonna switch to this lady again.
You're back. Good. What?
Just more questions
More
about
lessons
reality.
in basic reality? My favourite part of the day.
Time has just
Go
passed.
ahead. Ask me anything.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective.
Unimportant.
You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
The revolution. What is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
That's enough about
They
the
are
times.
what they are. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
That's not for me.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little bastard.
He wants to talk.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. You should take care of that then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the...
Though we find
Let's do it, Kim. Finally. Now it's 22:04. Why did it... Why did it just not pass time for a little bit then? Was I meant to continue talking to that lady? Can you pass time by actually doing things or what? I don't understand. Or just running around not past time. Oh god.
Can I help you?
It's about that money, are you?
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we'd come out to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Start telling me what we already agreed you owe me.
Kim was about to say something later.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
he shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Alright, I still have the key, you
Good
know.
luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere,
Not
is it?
until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Kim Dickhead Gartman. Oh, I opened the door. I did. Guy's a wanker. A big old wanker. So if you can hear rustling, I'm about to eat a digestive. I'll mute myself for a second while Kim tells me what going on.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
I have something here we could sell.
transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cup with spinners. That would be outrageous.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy, near the canal. We've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Hello. That was very nice of Kim to give me his spinners. Oh god.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
It's cool that you're open. Big city vibes.
The pawn shop is always open.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill.
The windfall.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Let's
I'm
sell
not,
my clothes.
and especially that.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'll sell the postcard. I will not sell the lieutenant's handkerchief.
Another time, perhaps.
Or he doesn't really sleep. Strange tie incident.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What is
A
that?
drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
So where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days? That's probably what I'd go with. The other two just sound too Bateman.
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
So, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were
We
part of.
were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
It's been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that's a generator?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share your paradol? Nope. Yeah, good boy. I'm not doing the drugs. I think I've decided I'm not doing the drugs. I do have cigarettes though, just in case I feel like I might. Get a deep breath. Oh no, I gotta go spit a guy off. I get pain. Don't be afraid so weird things. God.
Can I help you?
Well,
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well?
I could check on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay, now.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Goodbye. No, I don't want to level up. I want to unlock another one of these. Yes. A volumetric ship compressor. Like a ship. Property portfolio. What the fuck is that? What kind of email is that? It's debrief with Big Man Kim. Do sleep. And I'll probably come off. This is timed out quite well. Come back in. Let's do it. Oh, no.
Yes?
What? Broken window. Maybe I was meant to go to my room.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe.
Too ahead of the game.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then
what? This is a big scene.
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost.
Smoking a ciggy,
I
man.
also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Okay then, baby. If this is how we're doing it. We're all fucking smoking. Let's go, baby.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Cigarette is such a great idea. I think I'm gonna have one too.
You're cold, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night.
How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hanged man. So we didn't even inspect the body. And there's still much to do at the crime scene too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough.
Yeah, that's right.
He would have put all of this more harshly, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably because he's afraid that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Don't worry, Kim. I'll be in much better shape tomorrow.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wild Pines rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but above all though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard prison for practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I don't want to waste time with her, but my moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up.
It's impressive, to say the least. For a man your age, especially. Those are some stylish shoes too, by the way. Those loafers. Must be hard to run into like you do.
Ah, Kim!
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clothes. There are uncanny running reservoirs in this body. God knows why.
So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? A lot more.
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Would that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be so sure the arrestee will show
You
up?
can't.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself,
As you
Sure.
may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is
So if
necessary.
it comes to what I want to
You
do,
have to supply compelling... Not a good position to be in, by the way.
answer
Internal
the people we
affairs.
convict.
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is
And he
why
makes all
our-
these rules.
Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM, or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say
It's
it was the
probably more
coalition.
honest, yes. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will
Moral
take
intern?
it away.
What is-
The
what is it?
Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
What? If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects.
I haven't
Do
seen
you?
things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police workshop.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes is okay.
Then you
but
will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilant.
the lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses.
Say
The
that.
red and
Just look
gold,
into the
the
night.
dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim. This
They really don't like us here.
Why are they
And
like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. We run this city. West of the
We
river
run this
is
city.
RCM land.
We run this city with,
It's
roll?
incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work.
I hope our
If they
investigation
didn't,
will help
the
improve the
city would
situation, yeah.
disintegrate.
At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Hopefully this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Oh, okay, man. Let's go there.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around
The
here.
air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. It's time to become a citizen of the
No
kingdom
more talk.
of
Sign me up for the
conscience.
passport.
I knew we could trust you.
Did I not look? I didn't know they say I was a communist. I can't remember if I've if I've picked. I definitely chose not to be a fascist. Feel like him. Clear up all the bottles. This is very satisfying.
The bed is cold.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night.
No time to rest just yet. What's this broken window?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind, the shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break up my own
A
hand?
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Right, what am I doing?
Something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet. Yet the shoe you found, congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
What a stupid thing to do.
Pretty much. But hey, at least not that it will keep you warm.
Let's go to bed. Also, it's a good ball.
The bed is cold and
Crawl in. That bed looks
the
gross.
sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you, and then sleep doesn't come.
What? Can he sleep? No schlep. I'm tired. I don't want to talk. It's because I'm being sleepy. I'm sleeping again. Sleeping
And
before
then
I'm sleeping.
sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your... Maybe
Why?
it's the bed's fault.
Check the
Its
pillow.
synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps.
Check
It
the blanket.
barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to
It's
the
a
other
little
side.
better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part
And my
of you
thoughts
is still
fall
your
asleep now.
breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until
Hey. Oh. Oh.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what is this? I'm not answering you before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
So who?
Do you remember the warmth?
I left.
Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
What is all those?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Should I solve this case?
You're trying to what? I can't hear you.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts.
What?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you... Time to go to work in the shit factory.
What the fuck? That was a pretty haunting dream. He does a much better voice acting job than I do. For the guy. That's that.
Good going, buddy.
That's the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenate.
Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with
You
me?
mean, why are you so tired? Too tired
Yeah,
and
that's not it.
down to even
Really, I
think.
feel super.
That's not really true. Your heart... Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
I can take this. I'm not gonna go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for
Do
days?
this without the speed. Half the time will be dead.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man.
I want no speed. Okay. Coming off. That last bit ended up going on for much longer than I thought it would. Anyway, it's been good. Peace out. I might be on later. I'm playing some dodgeball. I'll see you in a bit.